What's going on, guys? It's Hunter, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can set up your Thinkorswim platform completely from scratch, step by step. And if you have a TD Ameritrade account but you don't have the Thinkorswim platform, you can easily just go onto their website, search for the Thinkorswim desktop, and download the platform there. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. So here's how my Thinkorswim is currently set up, with a series of different indicators on this top and bottom level, as well as a watch list on this sidebar that is connected to my account. So I'm going to reset this back to the default setting and show you how to add every single thing I have on the screen and show you how I use it. So hopefully you guys can take something away from this video and implement it into your own platform or trading account. And if you find any value throughout this video or you just enjoy full breakdowns like this, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Alright, so now I'll go up into this top right corner here and reset the platform, which will completely delete all of the data and settings that I currently have. So when you first open your Thinkorswim platform, this is what you'll see, and here's the first thing you can do. To get out of this intro section and get to the different sets of charts, you can go up to this top bar here and then select charts. Then you can go ahead and type in the ticker of a stock you want to look at, and it'll pop up on this screen here. And I'm also going to go over to this sidebar and just click down and drag it over a bit just to open up some room, and then also close all these tabs in here by just clicking down on them. So now you can see the chart is just this one main screen, and then we have the volume down here, which is taking up this entire lower level. So the first thing I'm going to do is connect the volume to the stock chart so that it opens up some space down here for some other indicators, and I personally just like having the two overlap. So what I'm going to do is go up to this settings tab here, and then underneath layout, you can see there's an option for overlap volume, so I'm going to click that and then click OK. Now you can see this volume is connected to the main chart, and I think it just looks a little more visually appealing. And just a heads up, most of the changes that I make throughout this video will be done through these two tabs right here. We have the settings for the different chart layouts, and then the studies tab to add a bunch of different indicators. Now that we condensed the volume onto this top screen here, the next thing I want to do is adjust the time frame on the chart so that I'm able to scroll around and be able to see beyond where the stock is currently trading. You can see that the stock's current price is all the way up and to the right here, so if you want to be able to see past that, you can once again go back up in your settings and then click on time axis, and then the changes can be made on this expansion area handle here. I generally like to keep it around 400, but you can play around with this section and see what you like best. Once we go down and apply that setting, you can now see that I can scroll around and overall just have a much better visual, as it has opened up a lot of room on the screen. There are also a few changes that I like to make to these candles here. Right now you can see the red candles are completely filled and the green ones are left open. So I'm going to go back up into settings and then go over to appearance. And then down here I have the option to click fill up, which will make the green ones and the red ones completely filled. I also like to go down here and adjust the grid by just completely removing it so that now I have a completely blank black screen. I know a lot of people like the grid aspect, but I personally like the way that this plain background works, especially when I go in and add a bunch of different indicators. So now when I go down and click OK, you can see all the changes I made, and I personally think it just has a much cleaner look. Alright, so that's basically it for the main screen layout. Now I'll get into a bunch of those different indicators that you initially saw on the first screen. To add all the different indicators, you can just go up to this studies tab here, then you'll see a huge list of all the different options on the left-hand side here. There are a ton of good ones in here, and I definitely recommend going through all of them and trying to learn about as many as you can, but for now I'll just show you the 4 that I had. On the lower level I had the RSI and the MACD, so I'll just go ahead and search for those and add them by just clicking down on the screen. I like to have the RSI on top, but you can definitely adjust these and move them around by just dragging them throughout this window. And then on the upper level, I had the standard deviation channel and then the VWAP, so I'll go ahead and add those here. Once these are all added to my studies, I can go down and click OK. And now they're all on this main area here, and we also have 3 clearly defined levels, which just makes it that much easier for technical analysis. So now I'll go over how you can use these different indicators to help you trade or just analyze stocks. The RSI and MACD down on this lower level are essentially used as momentum indicators and just help give you a better idea if a stock is either overbought or oversold from a technical standpoint. Technically speaking, a high RSI, which is the relative strength index, is over 70 and a low point would be under 30. So when you see it start to become overextended in either direction, that could be a signal that the stock might be losing its momentum and could start to change direction. So high RSI could suggest that the stock is overbought, and then the low level could suggest that it's oversold. And then same goes for the MACD down here. What people are looking for is for the MACD to become overextended in either direction and then start to cross over, as that could signal a potential reversal in the stock's price. Remember that indicators like this are never 100%, but if you compare them with how the stock trades right here, you can see that they can definitely be a good tool to use as a reference. And now when we go up to this upper level here, we have the VWAP, which is the volume weighted average price, represented by these 3 colored lines here, and then the standard deviation channel, which is these 3 straight lines. The VWAP is an indicator that you can use to help determine the strength of a stock throughout the day. So if you have a stock trading in between the middle and top VWAP, that tells you a stock is much stronger and is much more bullish than if it was trading in between this middle and bottom level. To confirm strength in a stock's price, you want to have this middle level acting as a support, and then have the stock continue to make new highs on the day after pulling back and bouncing off this level. And then when we look at this channel, obviously it uses the standard deviation, and this is a pretty good technical indicator to have, as the standard deviation plays a pretty big role in overall price movements. So I really just use this top and bottom level to help identify a range the stock trades in throughout the day, and then this middle line serves as the trend line. This can be a great indicator to use when a stock's price is all over the place like Penn's was today, as it could just give you more confidence in anticipating where the stock might top or bottom out. If you see prices start to approach or even break out from these levels, the probability of mean reversion increases, as 95% of all price points tend to fall within 2 standard deviations away from this mean or middle line here. So this is definitely a good one to keep on your screen. Alright, so there's a quick breakdown of these 4 main indicators. Now if you want to just be able to do some simple things like drawing different lines on the screen, or even calculate potential profit and loss percentages very quickly, you can go up to this drawing tool here, and then select this trend line. So then you can use this to draw different lines on the screen by just clicking down and dragging over. Then if you click down and drag the cursor around, you can see that it automatically calculates the percentage change from one point to another, which can be a very useful tool when trying to calculate potential profit or loss before you take a trade. Alright, so now we just have to add a watch list and then connect it over to the main screen. So there are a few things that you can do here. If you know exactly what stocks you want to add to your watch list, you can add them right here in this window by just going in and typing in their different ticker symbol. Or you could go up to the search bar here and search for different stocks, and then if you want to break them down and add them onto your watch list, you can go up into this top right corner here and then click Add IWM to Watch List. Once you have a bunch of different stocks on your watch list, you can rename it by going up to this tab here and then clicking Edit. So say you had a watch list for small caps, tech, airlines, or whatever it might be, you can go up and quickly keep track of them by just changing the name and adding a bunch of different watch lists. Then once we save all these, you're going to want to connect them to this main screen here. So all you have to do is pull this section out a little bit until you can see this link tab here. So right now you can see that the watch list is currently linked on this yellow 2, but on the chart you can see this is linked to 1. So you're going to want to make these match up. So if this one is number 1, you can just go over and click on this and make it number 1. So now you can go through and quickly select a bunch of different stocks and keep track of a bunch of them throughout the day. Thinkorswim also offers a bunch of preset watch lists. So if you want to open this tab here, you can see if you go down to public, there are a ton of different options that you can choose from. So if you want to go through these and add some different public watch lists to your list, then you can do that right here. There's a ton of different options here, so that really all comes down to personal preference and whatever you want to see. Alright, so that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed that quick tutorial, make sure to drop a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos on investing and trading in the stock market every single week. Let me know if you guys have any other questions in the comments below, but thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time.